to the fucking concrete and search everything they have. No, they go walk up to the car, say, "Hey, are you an American citizen? Do you have an
That's not what I
ID?"
said. I
If
never said
those
that's what
people
reasonable
choose,
suspicion is.
then what do you think that they're doing
Reasonable
when
suspicion.
Greg Bovino makes a statement?
Reasonable suspicion can be used to make Terry stops, right? Where they can briefly stop an immigrant or anybody actually and inquire about their
Well, because there's
status,
so fucking much here, bro.
right? And
You
then you can
understand that there's
use
a fucking
you
lot
can use that Terry stop or that
of them
reasonable
here.
suspicion to try and build to probable cause. At which point you can arrest them, and then they get thrown down to the ground and and their head pushed against the concrete. At that point, that happens.
So, like, you actually care about ICE, or you just want to like virtue signal?
Me, when I bring up Greg Bovino's own words, multiple relevant court cases, a current
I'm
ongoing
saying
class action
generally in the
lawsuit, a current
whole.
ongoing class action lawsuit where the plaintiffs are winning against ICE on
I'm
a
saying
specific
like
example, and you're
in
like,
general,
you're just
in
virtue
general.
signaling, bro. You're just virtue signaling, bringing up
No, no, no.
judges'
I'm
decisions and
asking in
referencing the
general now.
Constitution, bro. No, I'm not virtue
Yeah, I'm asking
signaling. I
in
actually
general.
care about our rights. I care about
Our
people.
rights. Illegal
Yes.
immigrants are not United States citizens. You understand that, right?
It applies to everybody, right? If ICE suspects, if
No,
you're a
it
U.S.
doesn't,
citizen, yes,
bro.
it
We
does.
just
Yes,
fucking
it
went
does.
over that.
Yes, it does. Right? If ICE
The
suspects,
Second
can
Amendment
I
doesn't
finish?
even apply to
Can I finish?
everybody. Not
Can I
neither
finish?
does the
Can I finish?
first.
If ICE suspects you, let's pretend you're a U.S. citizen, and ICE doesn't know that, and they have reasonable suspicion, right, that you are an illegal immigrant, right? And then they go up to you and they throw you
Yeah, and
down to
then
the
you
concrete,
go and you show them
and
your
they
fucking ID. No, they
and then they
don't,
use that
bro.
reasonable
Name
suspicion.
one case where they done
Can I
that.
finish?
Name
Can I
one case
finish?
where they
Can I
done that.
finish? Can I finish? And then they use
Pull
that
up a video
reasonable.
where they
Can
do
I
that.
finish? Can I finish? And then they
Well,
use
you're
that.
making these dumbass
Huh?
claims with no proof of it. You're
I
making
literally
claims with
said
no proof, and then you're
hypothetically.
trying to move on.
I never made that claim. Okay, so I said hypothetically. Let's pretend you're a U.S.
Well,
citizen,
then pull
right?
up proof.
ICE doesn't know
Pull up
that, and are
proof.
using reasonable suspicion, which we already know that they are, because we have multiple cases where they only make these
Well,
arrests,
pull up
and they
proof that
go,
they're doing
and they
that.
can I finish? And they arrest
Well,
you.
you're
That would be
making this
depriving
whole
you of your
monologue
rights.
on a false
This
premise.
applies to
Your
everybody.
whole
All right?
argument's on a false premise.
How?
You're making a whole argument on a
How?
false premise.
How?
Pull up proof, and then I'll shut up.
I already do. I'll set the case again. Molina versus DHS. We good?
And when did that happen? Did that happen under this administration?
Yep. 2025.
What? And show me the video, or what evidence is there that they just went up to him, didn't ask for his ID? Do you know if that person resisted? Do you know if that person ran off in their
They
car,
have the
locked
test.
the
They
door
have
inside their
deposition.
house?
They have deposition. The
What
person
was
was.
even the case? Because somebody can
I
run
just
into
told you
their
the case.
house and then they can lock
I
the
just told you
door.
the.
And
I just told
if
you the
they go
case.
in and go get that person,
I just told you the
well, what's
case.
the details of the case?
I
What's
just
the
told you the
details and
case.
what's the evidence?
Molina was he? Well, it's a class action lawsuit, really. So there's like they cite like 5 examples though, but it's protecting the entire class. Where basically immigrants were stopped on the basis of reasonable suspicion and then immediately arrested without the officers building the probable cause.
Were they illegal immigrants?
No, a lot of them were here on like TPS or other things.
What is TPS?
Temporary protective status. It's a form of legal status.
Well, there's a lot of people that got that under Biden that were supposed to have it because they never went back to their court date. They
How do you
just
think?
came in the
How do you
country.
think? How do you
They
think TPS works? TPS isn't like asylum where you have to go to a court like a formal like or process to get it. It's something that the president will like grant to groups of immigrants, usually like by
did Biden
nationality,
grant them
and then
that?
you just need
And Biden,
and you just apply for it, and then it gets granted if you fall under that. You don't need to go to a court case for that.
Biden granted that.
Yes,
Well, yeah, the Democrats made a whole big fucking mess with that whole
they're still legally here
immigration.
unless Trump revokes it, which he hasn't for a lot of them. They're still legally here, so they can't just be removed.
So they took away people that were under TPS protection,
TPS
or did they
visas,
release them?
legal
Did they release
legal
them after
permanent
they were
and
arrested?
green cards. Yeah,
They released them after they were arrested.
yeah.
Then what the fuck's the problem? You
It's
have to
still
detain
it's a
everybody in
it
the
depri wait. Okay,
You have to
it
detain the
deprives you
crime
of
scene.
your
Everybody in the crime scene,
it
you have to
deprives you
detain them.
before. Wait, what do you think the Fourth Amendment is? Like, when do you think the Fourth Amendment is in play?
Buddy, if they come raid a
When
trap
do you
house and
think the
I'm
Fourth
chilling there,
Amendment is in
look,
play?
okay, well, I'm giving you an example of the Fourth Amendment. If they come raid a trap house and I'm sitting there playing PS4, they have to detain everybody in the house, even if I'm not committing a crime. You understand that?
Oh my God, bro. Okay, so the Fourth Amendment is right unreasonable, right? Protections
Well,
against
you're not gonna
unreasonable,
you're not gonna
unreasonable. You
you're
don't
not gonna
understand what you're
answer what I
talking
just
about.
said.
You don't understand what you're
Well,
talking
answer
about,
what I said.
huh?
Answer what I
You
said.
just gave an
If I'm
example that
in,
had nothing to do with what I asked you.
yeah, that's
Okay,
what police do, and that's what
I'm not
police have
asking
to
what
do. They
police
have to
do. I
detain
asked
everybody at the
where the
crime
Fourth Amendment
scene.
is in play, especially in these ICE
Buddy,
things.
are we not talking about law enforcement and how they actively arrest people
I'm
and what they have
talking
to
about
do
how
and
when
what
ICE is
protocols they
making
have
this
to
is
follow?
specifically no, we're talking about when ICE
Yeah, they have
specifically
to
makes
follow protocol.
we're talking about
They
when
have to
ICE
follow
makes
certain
we're talking about
protocols.
when ICE makes warrantless arrests, right? So under the Fourth Amendment, you have protection against unreasonable search and seizure,
You
right?
don't need a warrant when somebody's an illegal immigrant.
You don't need a warrant when
They
there's
already
two
committed a
things. So
crime.
if can I finish? So if an officer has probable cause that the person is here illegally and they think that they can't get a warrant in time and that they're going to be a flight risk, then the officer can go and arrest that person without a warrant, right?
No,
So
you don't need
warrantless
a
arrest. So
warrant to
under
get.
that, huh?
You
So
don't need a warrant to arrest illegal immigrants.
if you think they're a flight risk, yes.
You don't need a warrant for them.
Under the INA, it's section 1357. Sorry, I think that's correct. It specifically says the only times that they can make warrantless arrests is if they one, right, have probable cause, and two, they think they're a flight risk and they can't get a warrant in time. So an officer could have probable cause that someone's here illegally, but if they don't think that that person's going to flee, then they have to go and get a warrant to arrest them.
Okay, let me look.
Like, I'm not trying to, like, and this is super irrelevant to all the claims I'm making anyways. Crossing the border is a misdemeanor? Yeah.
Not need a warrant if they are.
Are what?
Most people are arrested in parking lots.
They don't need a warrant if they're a flight risk and they have probable cause. Do I can put it on screen? Do you want me to?
Yeah, look up INA 287. Pull it up right now. INA 287.
Okay. Powers of immigration officers and employees. Powers without a warrant. Any officer of
No,
the
I said
employee of
INA
this. We're
287.
talking about warrantless arrest, dumbass. Any officer
Yeah.
or employee of the service unauthorized under regulations prescribed by the Attorney General shall have the power, without warrant, to interrogate any alien person believed to be an alien as to his right to be or to remain in the United States, to arrest any alien who's in his presence or view is entering or attempting to enter the United States in violation of any law, regulation made in pursuant to the law regulating admission, exclusion, expulsion,
Pull
or
up
removal of
INA
aliens, or
287.
to arrest any alien in the United States if he has reason to believe the alien so arrested is in the United States is a violation of any such law or regulation and is likely to escape before warrant can be obtained for his arrest. So I just read from the INA. That's what specifically says. If they believe that escape is likely, if the immigrant is going to flee before they can obtain a warrant, then they are okay to arrest that person. But they also need probable cause to make that arrest. Okay, I'm glad we can. Are we clear? Are we good? I just
Put
brought it up on
INA
screen.
287. Put INA
What does
287.
287 have to do with this?
Put 287. Let's see how you really think about 287.
What does 287 have to do with this?
Oh, you'll see once you pull it up.
What's
Two
in
it, it,
287?
it it's gonna distinguish private spaces versus public spaces. They don't
What do you
need
think
a
wait,
warrant.
okay, you're lost. What is my argument?
That they need a fucking warrant to arrest immigrants that
No,
came here
that's not what
illegally.
my argument is. My argument is that they don't
What the
always need
fuck
a
is your
warrant.
argument?
Okay, I literally just read the section out to you, so I'm going to try to explain again. ICE does not always need a warrant to go and arrest somebody. What they need are two
Yeah, if they're a
things,
flight
right?
risk,
They
you've
need. Can I
already
finish?
said it
Can I
a
finish?
fucking
Can I finish?
100 times. You
ICE
said it
needs.
100 times.
ICE needs. Okay, if I said it a whole 100 times, then why do you keep acting
Then
like I
pull up
said they need a
INA
warrant?
287. Then pull
What
up
do you
INA
wait? If
287.
I said it 100 times, why are you acting like I said they need a warrant?
You fucking did say that
I never
already.
did. You said I literally
You said
said
that the Fourth Amendment. You said the Fourth Amendment applies to everybody inside the country. Did you fucking
under
not,
you. I said it applies to everybody under U.S. jurisdiction. Being in the country doesn't necessarily mean you're automatically under U.S. jurisdiction. For instance, people who are just
buddy? What
FBOs.
the fuck? If I commit a crime in the United States, I'm under U.S. jurisdiction. If I commit a crime in Mexico, I'm under Mexican jurisdiction. If I commit a crime in Canada, that's Canadian jurisdiction.
It's slightly different. So, like for instance, if somebody was to go to a port of entry, seek asylum, commit a crime, the Mexican authorities would like be responsible for the crime committed a lot of times, or
Oh
like the U.S.
no, a little
depends.
1%
Yeah,
of
so
the fucking landmass of the
they wouldn't
United
immediately have
States.
like all the constitutional rights that somebody who's been like
Okay, pull up
admitted.
INA 287 then. Pull up INA 287.
This what does two eight
Pull it
seven
up so
have?
you look fucking stupid. But let up Andy's roll up here.
This is
Pull up
two eight
Andy's
that
roll.
I think. Well, how does it have anything to do with what I'm talking about?
Pull, read it then. Read it to everybody so
I
you see how smart
literally
you are.
can you tell me like what specific section of 287 you want me to read?
Public space. Like, just pull it
The
up.
argument I'm making isn't about whether they can do public versus private spaces. The argument I'm making is that
Well, okay,
if
look,
ICE is gonna do a warrantless arrest of somebody, they need probable cause and they need to think that they're gonna flee before they can
they
obtain a
already
warrant.
know that most
So
of the time
I'm already
ICE already
I'm granting
knows.
the fact that in these arrests, warrantless arrests that ICE is doing, that they believe the person's gonna flee before they can obtain a warrant. Fine. The thing that they don't have is probable cause, which you need to make an arrest. They're only using reasonable suspicion.
Well, most ICE agents are already tracking down certain immigrants through tracking them down in their place of work and their patterns of travel. They're not fucking waiting outside of Home Depot for a Mexican to come out.
Okay, I guess you can disagree with like the court's determination. Like if you
I
want, I
mean,
can.
I'm Mexican, bro. Like I was born in Texas. I look Mexican as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's fucking
Like I
arresting me.
guess like, here's the problem.
Nobody's fucking deporting me just
You're
because
saying
I look Mexican. And
here's
you're
my
black, so
here's kind of my problem with
you
my
can't
argument.
even
Here's my
say
argument.
you can't even say from a first person point of view of somebody that looks Mexican. Like you're black. Obviously, they're not gonna send you to Africa because you belong here in the United States and you look American. But to most Democrats,
There's been targeting of Somalis too. So
yeah,
you
they
know.
should all be sent back too if
So
they're
I just
scamming.
we can talk about that later. Okay. So right, Greg Bavino literally said that they're making these warrantless arrests. Right. DHS said they're making warrantless arrests. ICE itself on its own social media platform said they're making warrantless arrests, and they said when they're doing it, they're doing it with only
Okay,
reasonable
well, so
suspicion.
for the
So
sake of the
this no
argument,
this
I'll
wait this
concede. I'll
idea
concede that then.
just give me a second this
I'll
idea
concede
that
then.
okay. So just concede ICE is
Okay,
violating the Fourth Amendment,
I'll
and
con-
the Fourth Amendment
some of them
violations
are.
as a
Some of
practice
them are.
seems
A minority is.
is a minority. Wait, do you?
Just like
I just
not
want to
all,
clear. Wait,
just
if
like not all
I want
black
to ask you
people
a
are
question,
gang members
if a
and
CEO
trappers.
if a
Not
CEO
all
of a business
ICE agents are just violating the Fourth
okay if a
Amendment.
CEO of a business right says that all employees need to be employees are using number two pencils when they're filling out I don't know their taxes, right? And then we have like examples of let's say six individuals using number two pencils when filling their taxes to work at this business. Do you think that's a good indication that this is probably a company wide practice rather than just individuals doing it? Because one, we have examples of people doing it, and then two, it's coming from the top down. This directive.
If I see a bunch of black kids with no
Can you answer
father,
that? Can you answer that question?
does that mean that every father,
Can
every
you answer that
black
question?
father,
Can
every
you answer that
black person
question?
doesn't want to be a
Can you answer that
father?
question?
Repeat it again.
So the question is, if a CEO of a business says, "Okay, we're going to be implementing X practice," right, or we're doing this X practice in this company, and then in the company, let's pretend we have six examples of X practice taking place by individual employees. Do you think that's more of an indication that only a couple employees are doing this, or that this is a company-wide practice?
Pull up that Bovino shit
Can you answer?
that you're
Can you
talking
answer that
about.
question?
If what you said about
Answer the
Bovino
question.
saying
Answer the
that they
question.
want to,
Answer the question.
yeah, that sounds like the whole company would be practicing it.
Okay.
Okay, we'll pull up the Bovino quote and let up one of these people
We need
talking shit in the
reasonable
comments.
suspicion to make an immigration arrest. You notice I did not say probable cause, nor did I say I need a warrant. We need reasonable suspicion of illegal alienage.
And that, okay, well, then yeah,
Wow, so they're
then
violating the Fourth Amendment, and it's probably an ICE white aid practice. So that's why I think ICE is pretty bad. You know, maybe you should respect the Constitution.
but are most of the people they're arresting illegal immigrants?
Are most of the people
Or
they're arresting
are they
illegal
just sending
immigrants?
back? Is the majority of
I
the
don't.
people
I don't
they're
have. I
arresting
don't know. I don't have statistics about the amount of ICE arrests
pretty
that
fucking
happen versus the
sure
amount
that
of
they're?
removals.
I'm pretty fucking sure that more than 95% of the people they arrest are
You're just
illegal
saying that.
immigrants. I said I'm pretty sure.
Okay. What evidence are you using to say that?
The fact that if I pull out my fucking ID and my passport, they're not gonna take me to
Okay,
fucking
I didn't realize
Mexico.
that you having an ID and a passport somehow like
Buddy, you can't
made you
fucking
be able
fake a
to know
passport that
statistics about
easily.
thousands and thousands of arrests that are happening countrywide. Guys, I know about the
I'm
ICE removal
saying it.
data and how many arrests they make and who are illegals versus citizens versus legal immigrants or not because I have a passport and an ID. True, I never
Yeah,
thought of
it's
that.
pretty
Big brain
fucking,
over here.
pretty fucking
I never
hard to
thought of
fake
it
a
that way.
passport,
Thanks. I
buddy.
really never thought of it
Yeah,
that way.
yeah. All you have to do is show your fucking ID, and you'll be fucking fine.
I never
And
thought of it that way.
if they deport you, you can just come right back to the fucking
Do you want to
border,
concede
bro.
the argument? I gotta lose it here. Do you want to go over to the next? Do you want to go into the next point?
Yeah. The next point was: do you believe all deportations are wrong, or only the ones violating the Fourth Amendment?
Do I believe all deportations are wrong?
Or should they just let it? Should we just have
I'm
no
gonna say on a
border?
legal level, I think that deportations that violate the Fourth Amendment, due process, any amendment are wrong. Any deportation that's
Okay.
illegal is wrong. And then
Okay. And
on a
so
moral principle, deportation of like illegal immigrants who have been here, let's say 10 plus years, is I'd say is probably pretty immoral. But for the most part, I'm okay with all of the deportations.
do you think there's a better solution for illegal immigration other than just amnesty? Because
Just amnesty.
there's a big blatant solution that none of the Democrats or liberals are. Are you a Democrat?
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, there's a big blatant fucking solution that nobody talks about.
Okay. Do you want to talk about anything else? Oh
Do you
wait,
know
you
what
said
that
no.
solution
I
is?
want to hit on this, and I'm gonna drop him, and then we'll get someone else up. You said you had a really big problem with the Somali immigrants. What's up with that?
Most of them are on fucking welfare and don't improve their living situation, and they've been here 10 plus years.
Most Somalis have been on welfare, are living
But
here
look,
10 plus
my
years. What's
previous
your evidence
point,
for that?
I'll wrap it up in 1 minute, and then I'll go back to that. Uh,
What's your evidence for that?
Mexico improving as a country is the solution. So
What's
people
your
don't have
evidence
to
that most
flee.
Somalian?
People,
What's your evidence that most Somalis in
I'll
America
come
are here
back
on
to that.
welfare?
I'll come back to that. Mexico improving as a country and as an economy as a whole is the actual solution that Democrats and Mexican
I agree.
Americans should be fighting
I
for,
agree.
not fighting fucking ICE. Because if
Part of
we
that's
give an
immigration.
amnesty to, okay, look, if we give it an amnesty today, 5 years from now there will be more fucking immigrants, and the problem will never go away, and everybody would just be fighting
No,
ICE
it's not just
forever.
about amnesty. It's also about making legal pathways here easier.
Well, we they don't if they don't they wouldn't need pathways here in the first place if Mexico was a better place, and already Donald
Part of
Trump
making
is
Mexico
pressuring
a
the.
better place is immigration, right?
No, how the fuck is abandoning how
Immigrants
is
coming here, working, sending remittances back to their family, which they can use to purchase his goods, is actually boosting the Mexican economy.
no the fuck it's not, it's increasing demand, and while supply stays the same,
Yeah, well, yes, I agree. It causes some
you
amount
need
of it.
people producing goods and
It
services to
causes,
increase supply.
it
If
causes,
you if you import a bunch of paper money into a country, That does not create more goods and services.
Fish.
So I
It
don't know what the
causes,
fuck you're talking
yes, it
about.
caused some amount of inflation, but the reality is that increased money
Causes a lot.
allows families to invest more in their children, right? Building human capital, which means ultimately you can have a more efficient economy in the future, right? So these are generally good,
Yeah, that's
right?
the
Because
second.
people receive higher amounts of income. That income can be used to build a more educated workforce, and that workforce will be more efficient and then can increase supply, right? It all comes back over the long term to be good effects for these countries.
Well, I don't know what fucking school of economics you learned that from, but that's not correct.
What was incorrect about what I said? Why is it
You're
incorrect?
saying that they need. You're saying that they need to increase demand while supply stays the same, and you're talking about investing in
No, that's not what I
education
said.
and all this shit. What
I said that investing in education is long term going to grow your supply because having a more highly educated workforce means that you're more efficient.
yeah, education is a service available in an economy. So if you're straining that service through sending money into the country, because the people that left could be providing that educational service, bringing the price down. You
Okay,
understand that?
I want to ask you a question. Are people who are more educated, right? Are they generally going to be more efficient in the
Well,
economy?
they have a bunch of government education in Mexico, so I mean, obviously
Can
that
you answer that
education
question?
isn't
So,
serving none of them.
it's a more educated
It
workforce,
depends what
less or
it
more
depends what
educated
kind
than
of
an
education.
uneducated workforce in general.
If it's a dumbass Marxist education, no, it's
I'm
not
not
going to
talking
help the
about, oh my
workforce.
fucking god, dude. Is a more educated workforce generally more efficient than an uneducated one?
Educated in what? Education is a
The
general
average
statement.
degree is like a business degree, so it's going to be like finance, accounting, some kind of or some kind of trade school.
Yeah, I wouldn't be against that kind of education.
Okay, that's what most people get anyways. So when
Yeah,
people
well, you're
invest,
saying that, but if there's more of a strain on that service, if there's more demand coming into the country from remittances, then the price of that service is going to go up, isn't it?
maybe somewhat, but people are going to be incentivized to then
What do you
go and
mean
meet that
somewhat?
supply.
It is going to go up. It is going to go up.
That's
If
assuming
the
supply.
remittances are coming back
That's just
into the
assuming
country,
supply can't. That's just assuming supply can't grow with the increased
okay,
demand
well,
and for education.
even if I conceded to that, people staying in their country and developing their economy, getting rid of their
That's
socialist
the
government
that's
is going to be
developing their
better.
economy though. Like when you're sending remittance
Okay,
back,
well,
which allows you to
no,
educate
it's
your
not. That's just
children
like
and
printing money. It's just
invest in
like
human
it
capital.
creates inflation. All it
That's
does is
going
create
towards a
inflation.
more first world economy, right? Part of like Western economies and first world economies is having a highly educated workforce. So doing that is literally building towards that.
Well, like even if I concede that that was a good solution, it is still not better than what Trump is doing, going after the criminal organizations and pressuring Claudia
Okay, now we
Sheinbaum
gotta do the pivot.
to
We gotta do
st-
the pivot. So, anyways, what's our evidence for the Somalian thing? For the Somalis welfare?
it's Minnesota statistics, state
Wait.
statistics.
Why are we using Minnesota statistics? We said Somalis.
Yeah, the fucking Somalis that live in Minnesota,
Why are
the
we only
immigrant
specify? Why are
Somalis
we
that were
only
granted
specifying? Why are we only specifying the Somalis that live in Minnesota?
because they are the group and because them as a group, uh, they are high, they are. Hold up, my bad. The percentage of Somali immigrants in Minnesota are all on welfare, or not all of them, but a high percentage of them are on welfare, more than 50%.
Okay.
And it's not just to get started because most of them remain on that welfare after 10 years.
Okay.
Is that not true? You
I
can
don't know
pull
if
it
it's
up right
true.
now.
I don't know what source you're using to say that. Even if that's true, that's not a
Well,
good reason to
okay, let's
deport
just
them.
say if that's true, wouldn't that mean that the Somalis are weighing down the welfare system in Minnesota?
Wouldn't that mean not necessarily?
What do you mean? The taxpayers' money are going to leeches. You need to get
No.
up off your
If
ass
the
and get
a-
the welfare system is supposed to just
if
help
the
you. It's
if the
supposed to
average
be
it
a
would
safety net.
that's if the average Somali, like you said, 10 years, right? We probably have to you would have to look at lifetime statistics, right? So what's the amount of tax revenue that like generally a state's going to get lifetime from the average Somali immigrant versus how long? What's the amount they're
It's
taking
after
from
the white one,
welfare?
right?
So that wouldn't necessarily imply anything unless we have that data. But
Gotcha.
even then, I
Okay.
don't really care. Most of these people are here in like legal, are either legal permanent residents or are U.S. citizens, naturalized or born. I don't, and that's I'm not going to deport them.
All right. Well, you have a good day, bro. All right. I gotta go do some shit.
Okay, bro. Go on hating other brown people, bro. The Browns really hate themselves. I don't know what's wrong with it. So it's so interesting. Brown on brown violence. What's up, new person? Hello. Oh, by the way, guys, in YouTube chat, I don't. I'm pretty sure you guys can see it. If you want to debate me, you can join the Discord in my bio. You have to click on the bio, though. That's the easiest way to get to it. And then you can join the VC, and I'll drag you in, and we can debate. That guy's long gone. I'm gonna let all of you guys up, and then
Hey, how you doing, my boy?
okay, who
Oh man, I
disagrees?
wanted a one on
Who's
one, bro.
who's friendly?
Not me.
Me?
Huh?
I'm friendly.
Okay, sorry, you're getting kicked. Leo's, do you disagree or not?
I disagree that ICE is bad for America.
Okay, I'm gonna kick you down. Chris up. Okay, Rona, what's up?
Uh, Ice is great.
Yeah,
I love Ice.
yeah, I don't think so.
They're getting rid of illegal immigrants and criminals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't wait.
Have you actually been to
Let me try. Let me try
the
and
DHS?
here. I'm
The
gonna try and
DHS
I'm
slash
gonna try. I'm gonna try and
WOW.
ease you into this instead of just like making my upfront claim. Would you agree with me that like generally, let's pretend like there's a business, right? And CEO of the business says we're implementing like X policy for the employees, and then or not even say, let's see the CEO of a business saying we're doing X policy, right? And then we see
Uh-huh.
like let's say 5 examples of employees doing X policy. Do you think that's like a good indication that that's a company wide practice?
A company what?
A company wide practice?
A company wide practice?
Yes.
Is it being enforced?
Being enforced? Like
Yeah, like is it being regulated and
the
enforced?
hypothetical the only two pieces of information you have to go off of one, the CEO says they're implementing X policy, and then two, you have 5 examples of X policy happening, or
Wait, I don't get what you're trying to say, bro.
yeah, I'm just saying like if a CEO
Can
says
can you
everybody
just
if
speak in
if the
more
CEO okay
more?
wait if a CEO says everybody needs to use number two pencils from now on, right? And then
Uh-huh.
you see 5 employees using number two pencils, would you agree with me that that's probably that policy is probably like company wide?
Like company wide, like meaning like
Yes,
everybody's gonna do it
yes,
or everybody is doing it.
yes. Everybody's
Sure,
okay, okay, okay,
sure.
okay. So the reason I don't like ICE, I was kidding, I think they're violating the Fourth Amendment, right? So I think the Fourth Amendment is, or I know the Fourth Amendment is unjustified. Protects you from unjustified like search and seizure, right? Of your persons, your property, etc. Would you agree with me that when law enforcement makes an arrest of somebody, that they need probable cause to do so?
Yeah, but it always doesn't happen that way. Not at all,
But if
actually.
it doesn't happen the way that way, then that's an unconstitutional arrest because to make an arrest you need probable cause.
Uh, yeah, sure.
Okay,
Like, is that supposed to happen?
okay. No,
You mean?
just okay. Would you also agree with me?
Wait. Are you
Yeah.
saying are you asking me like is that supposed to happen?
No,
Like,
no.
are you asking me right now? Hey, they're supposed to have probable cause in order to search and seize or whatever they want to do. You're
They
asking me,
need to have
is that
probable.
some?
They need to have probable cause to make to
Yeah,
arrest somebody.
like that's a must, right?
Yes.
You're asking me, is that a must?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay. And if they weren't doing, if law enforcement wasn't doing that, then that'd be a violation of your Fourth Amendment right to unreasonable search and seizure.
Yeah, sure. Which happens in law enforcement as well. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I just said law enforcement. Do you understand? Do you know what reasonable suspicion is?
Reasonable
Yes,
suspicion.
it's a lesser form of probable cause, right? So
Yeah, like,
it allows like law enforcement. It under for ICE, it's just going to be called a Terry stop. For law enforcement in general, usually people call this being detained. It allows them to temporarily like stop you and like question you.
let me give you an example. You mean like if you get pulled over by a cop, right? And they suspect you of drinking alcohol. That's a reasonable suspicion, right? That's what you mean, right?
Yeah, like
Like,
they smell that they smell it on your breath.
they
That'd
smell
be
it on your breath. That's suspicion of you drinking
that's reasonable
alcohol,
suspicion. That wouldn't be immediate cause to arrest though, right? And then they can use that to like
right?
get you out of the
Well,
car, do tests, whatever,
actually,
and then you
no.
can build probable cause. Oh shit.
Okay, sure, yeah.
Okay. So, do you know who Greg Bavino is?
Who?
Greg Bavino.
Who's that?
He was put in charge as commander at large for the ICE and CBP operations in Los Angeles, Chicago, and Minneapolis. Right.
What about him?
Greg Bavino said, right? He said, "This is here. I'll get the exact quote up here. That we need reasonable suspicion to make an immigration arrest. You notice I did not say probable cause, nor did I say we need a warrant, right?
Uh-huh.
So you acknowledge the fact, right? You acknowledge the fact that they need probable cause to make an arrest. But Greg Bavino, who's in charge of these ICE and CBP operations, is saying they only need reasonable suspicion, which would be a violation of your Fourth Amendment right, or the person who is getting arrested, Fourth Amendment right, because they can only use reasonable suspicion to make a temporary stop.
Okay.
You'd agree? Okay. So Greg Bavino is saying this. We also have a court case here. Molina versus DHS, where so far the court is siding with the plaintiffs on the merits of the case, saying that they're likely to win. And this is a class action lawsuit, and that the Trump administration is most likely stopping people only on reasonable suspicion and arresting them.
I would say in some cases it might be actually worse than that. Like that video where the guy tells him why he says the guy tells the ICE officer, why are you trying to detain me? And he says, because you have an accent, right?
Mm-hmm.
You mean like something like that? That's even worse, right?
Yeah, that would be a good
That,
example.
yeah,
So
sure.
you would acknowledge that? Okay, so we have individual examples from the class action lawsuit that this is happening.
Wait. Okay, how many? How many?
How many
How many
examples?
examples?
It's like
Yeah,
it's 5.
5 examples. Okay, got it.
Let me check that.
Okay. So you have 5 examples of them basically doing unauthorized proceedings.
And then we have
With
Greg Bavino, who oversees these ICE and CBP operations, saying that like that they only need reasonable suspicion to make these arrests. On top of that, there's also a DHS statement. Remember, the ICE and CBP are under DHS, where they said they need reasonable suspicion to make an arrest. And there's also on ICE's social media account, they also said they need reasonable suspicion, not probable cause.
wait. By Greg Bavino saying that, is that enforcing new policy, or is he just like making a statement in front of some people? Is
That'd
he
be
like
new. If
saying like, hey,
that would be new policy.
that would be enacting new policy, correct?
That would be a new policy, yeah. Because previously
Right. That
ICE
would
has
be
never.
that. Wait.
Previously it hasn't been like it hasn't been something ICE is,
What
or at least
would
from the
that
top
be?
officials,
What?
ICE
Hold on.
making these arrests without reasonable
Hold,
or
hold
probable
on.
cause.
Would that be enacting new policy right there? by him saying that?
Like when you say enacting, do you mean like officially?
That means that first of all, let's get context. Where did he say this at?
Let me find this.
Because wouldn't you agree that if it's just him tweeting something on his X account, that's
It was
different
in
than
a it was in an interview.
It was in an interview. Where's this interview at?
It was about Chicago. Let me find it. I'm trying to find the full interview.
Well, would you agree that this kind of context kind of matters a little bit?
In what sense?
Or would you just say that Greg Bavino said it, so it's official policy now?
Well, no, I would say Greg Bavino says it. DHS says it in a press release on their website. ICE says it on their social media account. And then we have a class action lawsuit where we have 5 examples of it happening. And that would be a good example of that. This would be like a really good indication. This is like ICE-wide policy. So, and this is what the example of the CEO I made earlier. A CEO says we're using number 2 pencils. Let's say it to the press in our business from now on. We've had 5 examples of people in business using number 2 pencils. I say, okay, well, yeah, it's probably a policy-wide at that company to use number 2 pencils.
No, that's probably not a policy. No.
Why not?
Because first of all, just saying something in an interview is not the same as gathering everybody in the corporation and telling them this is policy now. Those are 2 separate things.
Well, I agree.
One can just be.
We don't. I don't have access. I don't have
right?
access to that, so I'm gonna have to use the evidence I do have, which is I have the interview, I have the DHS press release, and I have ICE saying on their social media account, and then I have examples of it actually happening. Right. So let's pretend if somebody says, okay, we're doing this thing in an interview, it's like, okay, that's not immediate evidence it's actually happening as a policy. Then we have examples on the ground of it happening, okay, and then we have other statements, either press releases or from the actual agency itself saying that we're doing this. Then, and to me, that's like, okay, well, this is almost certainly a policy that's being implemented.
Yeah, nah, I don't think so. That still wouldn't be policy, no.
Okay, let's say. Really? So
that still would not be policy at all. No.
At the head of an accounting firm, it said we're using number 2 pencils.
Okay.
The CEO made his first statement saying we're using number 2 pencils. And then the manager said, yeah, we're using number 2 pencils. And we have 5 examples of people in the accounting firm using number 2 pencils. You'd be like, I don't really think this is a policy. In fact, I think that this is actually like.
Yeah, especially if some of these ICE agents were under the Biden administration or under the Obama administration. If these people see this policy, does that mean that they're automatically obligated to use this rhetoric if it's not stated as official policy?
What?
Okay, so let me just give you my analogy.
Okay.
Let me give you my analogy. So let's use your analogy. So the boss comes in an interview and says, yeah, first of all, is he saying I want to or I am going to start using? No,
they're saying ICE. They say ICE needs reasonable suspicion. So they're saying this is what it's basically saying this is what we need to make an arrest.
ICE needs to. That alone is not official policy. Okay, hold on. Look. Using the number 2 pencils.
What do you think official? When you say official,
wait. Okay. Wait. Just wait. The boss comes out and says we need to start using number 2 pencils.
He didn't say we need to start using number 2 pencils. That was not what it said.
Okay, wait.
You just said ICE needs. You just said ICE needs reasonable suspicion.
Well, no, that's what you're saying. This guy said is that
the exact quote is we need reasonable suspicion to make an immigration arrest.
We need reasonable suspicion
to make an immigration arrest.
Okay, and what are you gathering out of that? Off of that statement?
That they're making an immigration arrest with reasonable suspicion. Okay. Which is illegal and against the 4th Amendment.
Which is illegal.
Yeah.
So by saying that he's saying we need to do something illegal. That's still not official policy. No.
When you say official policy, you mean just something written down in the memo?
Policy. This is what official policy means, and I know you know what it means. You just don't.
I never said official policy. So I just said as a policy.
Yeah, Yeah, but this is what official policy is, though, right? Hey, I'm gathering everybody, all the ICE agents. I'm sending memorandums to everybody and telling them that, hey, this is what needs to be done, and this is what is going to be done from now on.
I don't think I need a memorandum to prove that something is a policy.
Wait, what do you mean? So then, okay,
Huh?
so then you're just going to go off of an interview then?
No, I didn't say. I gave you multiple pieces of evidence.
So
I said
okay,
I
how
said
do
so.
you
I say it again,
how
right?
do you hold
This
on,
would
hold
be
on, hold on.
the.
First of
This is.
all, how do you implicate official
I'll try.
policy?
Wait. I'll try and
Wait,
make it. Can I finish?
how do you
I'll try.
implicate
So a
official
policy.
policy?
Wait. There's here. A policy is just like a standard that's implemented like within the government, like bureaucracy, any kind of like,
Ah,
any kind of
got it,
group,
got it,
right?
got it,
So
got it.
I said if a leader of this group is saying, the leader of a group is saying, like this is what we need to do this.
Uh-huh.
If ICE itself is saying this is what we need to do this. If the
Wait,
DHS,
wait,
the
wait. No,
over,
no, 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 no,
huh?
no. No, 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 no. You're using hit. See how you're trying to move the goalposts a little bit? First you're saying uh Bavino said this. Now
Yeah,
you're saying
Bivino said it. DHS
and
said
who
it, and
okay, who else
huh?
said that? Who else said that? Who
The
said that?
DHS Assistant Secretary of Public Affairs,
Who's that? Who is that?
Tracy Langen.
Tracy Langen. Okay, I want to look that one up. Where did this person say that?
This was in a press release.
Was it in a press release?
Allegations that DHS law enforcement officers gave reports is discussion is kind of finished, are disgusting, reckless, in category false. Under the Fourth Amendment of the Constitution, DHS law enforcement uses reasonable suspicion to make arrests.
Wait, did you just say allegations?
It says allegation. The statement is that she's responding to allegations. So she says allegations that DHS law enforcement officers engaged in racial
Wait.
profiling are discussing reckless and category false. And then she continues
She's
under the Fourth
responding to
Amendment of the
allegations.
Constitution. DHS law enforcement uses reasonable suspicion to make arrests.
Wait, she's responding to allegations though.
Yes.
Right.
And then she's saying, one, we aren't using racial profiling, and two, when we do arrest, we use reasonable
Wait,
suspicion.
how is it allegations when you said this person said it in an interview? Where's the allegation at?
But this was this is separate. The Greg Bavino statement was in an interview. This was in a press. This one was in a press release.
Okay, so two separate things, two separate people, right?
Yes.
Okay, but you're trying to correlate these two together, correct?
They're both under the same department who's in charge of immigration enforcement.
Okay, great.
And they're both in leadership positions, so no shit I'm gonna reference them.
Okay. So Bavino's saying we need to
not just needs.
And what?
He just says needs. It
says we need
reasonable suspicion to make an immigration arrest. You notice I did not say probable cause, nor did I say I need a warrant. We need reasonable suspicion.
Got it. And what is the other person saying?
I'll read it again. The allegations that DHS law enforcement
you're reading super fast.
Engage in racial profiling are discussing reckless and category false under the Fourth Amendment of the U.S. Constitution.
Wait. Can you read that a little slower? You're going
allegations that DHS law enforcement officers engage in racial profiling are discussing reckless and categorically false. Under the Fourth Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, DHS law enforcement uses reasonable suspicion to make arrests.
So that's what the lady's saying?
That's what the lady said.
So she's saying basically that this is a violation of the Fourth Amendment.
No.
You okay, read that again.
She's saying that under the Fourth Amendment of the Constitution that DHS law enforcement uses reasonable suspicion to make arrests, which is just wrong.
So she's saying we do use it. Reasonable suspicion.
You need probable cause to make an arrest, though. So they're just wrong. In the court case she's citing, No v. Esquia literally says the only thing they can use reasonable suspicion to do is to make brief stops and inquire about immigration status. So she's just lying.
Okay, so she's lying. So she's lying, and he's spitting rhetoric, correct?
How is he spitting rhetoric?
Because that's not official policy, right?
I think
he's saying that we need to do this.
He never said we need to do this.
You just said that.
No, I'll read it again. He said that we need reasonable suspicion to make.
We need.
Yes, we need to do this, as in we need
suspicion.
This isn't future tense. This is just what we need to do when we are doing it, like what we are doing when we are doing it.
Yeah, that
If
sounds
ICE is
like
going to
that
make an
sounds like
immigration arrest, we
hyperbole.
need reasonable suspicion, which is
That
once
sounds
again wrong because you
exactly
need
like
probable
hyperbole.
cause.
Right. That sounds like hyperbole, though, right?
No. He then
How?
says he says we need reasonable suspicion to make an immigration arrest. You notice I did not say probable cause, nor did I say a warrant. We need reasonable suspicion of illegal alien ages.
We need reasonable suspicion.
Yes. So it's just
Got
hyperbole
it.
as he repeats himself and then specifies no probable cause. So that's
Wait,
hyperbole.
but
That's the direct way
and you're
saying.
saying that's not official policy. That's not what's supposed to happen,
I'm
right?
saying that's policy.
That's policy right now.
Yes, I think it's policy.
You think it's policy, or
Yes.
you know it's policy? Can you prove to me
Think
that it's
policy.
policy then?
Yeah,
Can you prove to me
I
that
gave
it's
you my
policy?
I literally gave you my proof.
No,
The
no,
proof
no,
is
no, 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 no. You gave me an interview, right?
that's part of the proof. Yes.
That's part of the proof is the interview.
Yes.
Okay, now show me
Yeah.
official policy.
Wait. Do you think it's relevant when I'm trying to inquire about a policy that's
can you
going on in
prove
an agency to go to the
Can
head
you
of the
prove?
agency?
Matter of fact,
Wait. Do you think?
matter of fact,
Do you think it might be relevant proof to do
Matter of
that?
fact, scratch. I got a better question. Do you know any policy, official policy, how they're supposed to be implementing uh, enforcement on these illegal immigrants? Do you know any official policy at all?
Any official
Like what
policy?
that meaning that this is what they are supposed to do right here. Do you know anything at all?
Yeah, you can read the DHS handbook. What do you want me to?
No. I'm not asking you to me to look for it. I'm asking you right now. Do you right now?
Do you want me to like
without
start
looking-
writing? Yeah, under the INA, the
You
Attorney
could- or
General,
you could
which is
just
the
say- or you could just say you don't know.
EIOIR, ICE has to go to
Or you-
them. A
or
base
you
of
could
probable
just say you
cause. It can
don't
go to a
know.
judge or a magistrate, ask for warrant, especially if they're
it's
entering a
okay
domicile
to
of an
say that
immigrant's
you don't know.
home. And generally, what do you want me to like start reading off the INA? Like, what do you need? What do you want me to do?
You could just tell me you don't know. That's fine.
I did. I literally just started reading, and I'm literally playing games right now. Right. I literally just started. I just literally recited to you of the policy for what they need to do to enter the domicile of an immigrant's home.
Okay, so first of all, you don't even know official policy any.
Yes, what do you mean? I just recited you official policy.
What's the
wait? What is the INA? Wait, okay, wait. What does the INA say? Wait, what does the INA stand for?
Wait. Hold on. I don't know.
What is the INA? Wait, no. What does the INA stand for?
I have no clue. Listen.
The Immigration Nationality Act. Okay, wait. Are you serious? You're not trying to Quizler me right now. There's no shot.
Kind of policy. Just name one.
So
just name one official policy that ICE uses.
The INA. Can I finish? So the INA, right? The INA is Immigration Nationality Act, and it regulates. I literally just did. I told you the policy that they need to enter the domicile of immigrants' home if they want to go and arrest them. Yes.
What? I didn't just hear what you
if
just said.
If they want to enter a domicile that an immigrant owns to go and make an immigration arrest, they need to go to the Attorney General, which in this case is just going to be the EOIR, and to a judge or a magistrate and obtain a judicial warrant based on probable cause. Right? Okay.
Okay, got it.
And that's going to be an I-200 form. Correct. So you don't know what the INA is, right? Which is literally what governs. Literally what governs ICE policy.
What does that have to do with anything?
The fact that you're trying to act like I don't know anything, and you literally don't even know what the fucking INA is, which is literally the law that ICE needs to interpret to make any of these enforcement actions. And you're trying to Quizler me on this shit.
Which you have no idea if they need probable cause, though, right?
They need probable cause.
Okay. Show me where I could look it up, where the official policy says they do need probable cause.
You already conceded to this point. Are you retracting a prior statement?
No, I'm asking you. Where can I look it up?
Are you retracting a prior statement?
No, I'm just asking you where to look it up.
You already conceded.
I want to look it up. I want to look it up. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not gonna cite you policy. I'm gonna cite you. Is it okay if I cite you? Is it okay if I cite you Supreme Court?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm asking. That's what I'm asking, bro. Calm down, relax, bro.
Nome v. Vasquera. So, you want to go there?
Nome v. You're talking about a court case?
It was the one recently on racial profiling.
No, bro. I want to know where I can go and look up official ICE policy right now. That's it. I don't want a court case. I don't want an interview. I don't want none of that shit. I want the actual what they are supposed to be doing.
What do you
That's
think
all
the
I'm
art?
asking
Why do
for,
that's
bro.
not relevant to what I'm talking about?
Okay, fine. It's not irrelevant. I just
It's
want to know for
like
myself so I can look it
the
up.
problem is I'm pretty sure I could find it in the ICE handbook.
Wait,
I forgot exactly what section. It's gonna be the regulations follow the same code, so it's gonna be section like 1226 if you want to go look it up. Just look up like federal regulations INA. It's gonna say like they need reasonable suspicion. Sorry, probable cause to make the immigration arrests. The problem is that ICE isn't following the handbook. That's my literal point. The fact that uh, hey, the handbook
wait,
says this one.
because you have five incidences, right?
We have 5 incidences. We have the ICE and social media. ICE's social media said this. Craig Vino, who oversaw the ICE CBP operations in 3 different cities, said this. The DHS said this in the press release too.
Wait,
And
how
then we
many
have
ICE
and we
officers are
also have a
there?
class and in the 5 cases I'm citing to you is actually a class action lawsuit, which means that it doesn't just attain to the 5 people, it actually attains to
Wait,
anybody who's been affected by
how
this, and the court is leaning on this being a policy.
many ICE
Okay,
agents are there though?
I don't know. I think there's like 100,000, maybe. I might be
A
wrong.
hundred thousand, 100,000, and you only have 5 cases, right?
They only cite 5 cases, or in the
They
class
only
action.
cite 5 cases. Does that mean there could be more?
Yeah, it's a class action lawsuit, which means that anybody who falls under the definition of the class is going to be. So that could be thousands of people, millions.
So there could be thousands, but I only have 5 cases in front of me
They only
right now.
cite 5.
They only cite 5, but there could be thousands and thousands of them.
Yeah, that's how class action
Okay.
lawsuits work.
So yeah, your argument is weak as fuck.
So
It does. It
my
doesn't prove.
argument is weak. So my
Doesn't,
argument. So wait, hey guys. So the
your argument
press.
is
So
weak as fuck. Your argument is weak as fuck. You only got 5 cases when there's hundreds of thousands of
oh
ICE
my
officers,
god, dude.
right?
So
Now you're grabbing a statement from what's his name, Bombino.
there's only gonna be, dude. You
A
understand one?
statement interview from Bombino.
Do you understand how court works? When you make a complaint to a court, you can only have a limited number of pages to make the complaint. So they're going to cite the 5 most probably relevant cases from where they've seen this, and especially since they're defining a whole class, there isn't going to be much of a reason for anybody else to make a court case because they're just going to fall under that lawsuit.
Is this an
So
ongoing
this is
court
this
case?
is so that's what you would expect to happen. Number
Is
2,
this an
it's not a
ongoing? No,
week.
I'm
It's not a
asking.
week. Sorry,
Is this an
sorry.
ongoing court case?
This is an ongoing court case, but they issued a preliminary injunction, and on a preliminary injunction, what you need to win that for any class is the judge needs to think that you're likely to win on the merits, and the judge granted a preliminary injunction in the case of the plaintiffs, which I already said this originally.
Okay, so
Okay,
I guess we'll see what happens when the court case is over, right?
what do you think a preliminary injunction is?
I don't know. What is that actually? That's a good
It
question.
enjoins
What is that?
the defendants from being able to do something. What are the standards that you need for a preliminary injunction?
Hold on, give me a sec.
You need to prove jurisdiction, irreparable harm, likelihood to win on the merits, and standing. So when they issue a preliminary injunction in favor of the plaintiffs, that means the judge thinks that most likely ICE has done these violations. I said this from the start.
What was that?
So
My bad.
you think it's a weak argument for me to cite 3 people in head positions in ICE, the DHS, or who oversaw the ICE and CBP joint operations in Los Angeles, Minneapolis, and Chicago, are said they're using reasonable suspicion to make an arrest to make arrests. We have 5 cases of this.
Wait,
5
is
cases
using
actually
reasonable
happening.
suspicion is so you're saying using reasonable suspicion is bad?
To make an arrest,
Is that
yes,
bad? To make an
yes,
arrest?
yes.
But wait. Do law officers, police officers already do that?
Huh?
Do local police officers already do that?
Make an arrest with reasonable suspicion?
Yes.
No,
They don't?
no.
So if I look up right now, if a cop arrested somebody under reasonable suspicion, I won't find anything.
I'm sure there's incidents and like lawsuits where that's happened, but they're not supposed to.
So if I do find some, does that mean that police suck too?
Police do suck, yeah.
Okay, so police sucks, ICE sucks. Cool. So we should abolish both of them, right?
No, that's not what I said.
What should we do? What should we do?
Huh? We should
What should we
protest.
do?
What should we do? We should protest the Trump administration and tell
We should
and
protest.
yes, absolutely. They're
We
violating
should.
our rights.
Okay,
Absolutely.
but what are we protesting for? Like to do what?
To make them stop violating people's rights.
Okay, so stop violating people's rights.
Yes.
So this is not just the ICE thing, right? This is a whole entire law enforcement thing.
No, I'm specifying ICE because currently ICE. There's good evidence that this is a policy that ICE has.
Okay. Wait, a policy that they have now? Now it's an official policy?
I never said it's an official policy. I think it's a policy though.
So it's a policy that uh they're using hyperbole about, pretty much.
Where'd you get the hyperbole from?
Yeah, because it could just be hyperbole. You can be in an
Where'd you get the
interview and use
hyperbole
hyperbole.
from?
You can be in an interview and use hyperbole.
So
though,
it's
right?
hyperbole when he says reasonable suspicion, and then he
That's
said,
still not official policy.
guys,
though,
we're
right?
using wait. We're talking about hyperbole. So when somebody says, so do you think it's hyperbole when somebody says like, oh, I'm using reasonable suspicion? We're not using probable cause, right? We're not using a warrant.
They said you have
and
to
then
leave,
they say
huh?
we are using reasonable suspicion again. That's
Yeah,
hyperbole
they told me
because
that
they say
too.
he repeated himself twice and he specified that they're not using probable cause. So that seems not like hyperbole, but like he was trying to get the specific point across that they don't need probable cause to make these arrests. I don't like.
Okay.
Where's the hyperbole interpretation coming from? I think you're just
Yeah, by
making
him.
it up. I don't know. Like, why are you carrying water for people who are violating the Fourth Amendment?
Well, first of all, I would say that it doesn't matter as long as they're getting criminals out of here. I
Okay,
really
so you
don't
don't care.
care.
Really?
No, I don't care. No.
Wait, why do you want to get
Why?
criminals out of the country?
No, wait. Why would I care? Tell
Why
me
do you
why
want to
would
get
I care?
criminals? Wait, why do you want to get criminals out of the country?
Because they're raping and killing a lot of American citizens.
They're raping and killing a lot of American citizens.
Yeah,
You
and
think
that's
that
bad.
immigrants rape and kill lots of American citizens?
What
Illegal
was that?
immigrants. You think illegal immigrants rape and kill a lot of American citizens?
Yeah, why don't you go to dhs.gov/WOW? Let's look at their faces and their crimes and where it happened at. How about that?
So you're gonna just deny like on the fact that illegal immigrants on average commit less crime than native population?
Well, no. How about we look up what I just told you and let's see.
What is
Let's
that?
look at their
Is that
faces
just
and
like individual examples of people committing crimes?
that were caught under ICE. Yes.
Okay, I don't care about that.
Are they illegal immigrants? Yes.
I don't care.
Are they committing heinous crimes? Yes.
I don't care.
You don't care that they're committing heinous crimes on Americans?
No, I don't care to generalize an entire
Cool, got
population
it.
by the individuals. I wouldn't
Got
say
it.
here's 10 examples of white people doing heinous crimes. Therefore, there's a problem with white people in this
10
country.
examples? You mean pages and pages and pages of examples? You can pull it up right now. Let's look at it.
Okay, what's it called?
dhs.gov/WOW. Worst of the worst. But WOW. Can you pull up the big screen so we can all see too? We all want to see this. You don't want to do that?
Convicted.
Yeah, pull it up so we can all see.
The DH highlighted the worst criminal aliens arrested by ICE enforcement under the hardworking men in DHS are fulfilling the president's promise carrying out, including the illegals.
Can you pull it up so we
here.
can all see? Can you pull it up so we can all see?
Wait, these aren't all illegal immigrants. These aren't all legal immigrants. Country of origin, stay. It just says criminal aliens. This is just any immigrant who's committed a crime. Hello? Oh god. What are we at? YouTube. No, but is it illegal to ask for ID without reasonable explanation? What? Show it on your screen? I can't show it on this screen. I could. Well, it's just really annoying too. I can show it on TikTok though. Notice how he won't show it on screen. It's irrelevant to what he's talking about. He said it says criminal aliens. That's any immigrant who's committed a crime. Real, what's up, dude? But then again, you sound like the nerdiest know-it-all that takes instead of an aft debate. What does it even mean? You can apply. Oh shit! Let's go, y'all. Hey YouTube, thank you all. I appreciate it. We got our first level of monetization. If you don't know what NEG and AFF are, learn to debate. What does it even mean?
What happened,
TikTok,
bro?
huh? There's a test that TikTok makes you do to make sure you're still there, and I was off the page when it happened, and it ended alive.
Okay, can you pull it up now so we can all see?
It's irrelevant to the claim you're talking about. It just says criminal.
Wait. I said my claim was these people are committing heinous crimes. Let's take a look.
As in illegal
That's
immigrants, right?
irrelevant. That's how is that irrelevant?
How's it? It's irrelevant because you said illegal immigrants, and this is all criminal aliens, which include legals.
Yeah. Oh, wait, let me pull it up so we can see then. What do you mean?
Do you want me to read it? The U.S.
No, pull it
Department of
up
Homeland
so we
Security has
can
highlighted
all
the worst
see,
of the worst
bro.
criminal aliens arrested by ICE and U.S. Immigration and
Bro,
Customs Enforcement.
pull it up so we can all see.
The
How
hardworking
about
amendment
that?
of DHS and ICE fulfilling President Trump's promise of carrying out mass deportations, starting the worst of the worst, including illegal
Okay, can you pull it
aliens you
up so
see
we can
here.
all see, bro? I know you can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's look it up. Scroll down.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see where these people are. Where are they from?
We're not. I'm not like.
Doesn't it say where they? Wait,
Okay.
Doesn't it say where they're from?
Yeah.
Wait, whoa, what happened? Why?
I shut off the screen share because it's irrelevant to the point you're making.
Oh my god, bro, you're terrified.
No, you made a specific
Hey,
claim.
hey guys,
You made a specific.
I'm gonna take down the screen that's showing who
You
ICE is
made
deporting, but
this.
it's irrelevant to ICE though. It's
Do you think
irrelevant.
wait? Do you think? Okay, I'm sorry. Do you think when we're trying to make like statistical claims about the amount of crime that like illegal immigrants do, it's relevant to cite. It's
Bro,
relevant to
we
pull up a
are talking
website. It's
about
irrelevant. It's
ICE,
relevant to put up. It's relevant to put up a website with
bro.
individuals that we can look into who are all
Yes,
of all
committing heinous crimes.
sorry,
Yes, committing
who of
heinous
can I finish?
crimes.
Who are
Yes,
of all status? Like, why would I do that? That makes no sense.
what?
If we're trying to say
What
that
are you even
illegal
asking?
immigrants are committing, like, let's say the claim is like illegal immigrants are committing like per capita more crime than the average U.S. citizen, and we're
I
pulling
never
up.
said, bro. I never said per capita. I said, when did I say per capita, bro? When did I say that?
You didn't say that, but
When did I ever even use the term per capita at
I
all?
literally made
When?
the claim in response to you, right?
Oh, so you made
Can I
so
finish?
wait, no. You said no. What you just said right now, you said so you're saying that something per capita. You said that right now, bro.
Yeah, I said I don't think it's relevant to bring up individual examples of crime originally. I said we should look at the overall
Wait, why?
statistics.
Wait. Why shouldn't we? Hold on. Answer me this. Why shouldn't we look up right now who ICE is deporting when we're talking about
Because we're
ICE sub?
because we're talking about like the
Why?
overall. So we would want to look over like what are the overall statistics of like the amount of people ICE deported, not just look at like individual examples. if I'm trying
Wait,
to make
so
a,
you don't want to?
if I'm trying to make a claim that like when somebody says X group is raping and schmurdering people, I'm generally saying that this is like happening at like disproportionately, or this is happening, like at a concerningly high rate within this group, right? Right? When somebody
What?
said, yeah, yes. When if I say people in America speak English, I'm obviously saying that the majority of people in America speak English. So if I say immigrants are raping and schmurdering people, I'm obviously saying there's like a problem with like
Wait, but
immigrants raping and schmurdering people on like a
if you
disproportionate level
say
usually.
if you say okay, so if you say most Americans speak English, right?
Yes.
And you say, well, not all of them, and I say, well, look, here's a whole bunch of them right here. That's not irrelevant to what we're talking about.
That's not what
That's not relevant to what we're talking about.
that's how it works. You said it
That's
wasn't.
not
It's
how.
not. No,
That's
it's
not
not
how it
that.
works.
It's not me saying most Americans speak English. It's me saying Americans speak English.
Okay,
And
if
then
you
you
say
say and then you
Americans
say and then
speak
you say and
English,
then you saying and then you saying well not all of them.
wait, no, hold on. How about this one? Was this one fit better? If you said, hey, if I said, hey, Americans speak English, and you said, no, they don't. No, they don't. Matter of fact, not even a little bit. It's not even like half. And I said, well, I could prove it. Look at all these pages and pages and pages of people who speak English. How would that not be relevant at all? I
Because
don't get it.
when somebody makes a claim like X group speaks this language, and then you say, okay, well
Uh-huh.
I have one person and who actually speaks different
No. One
language,
person?
huh?
One person?
Or
One
even if
person?
it doesn't matter. If it's a country of 300 million people, right? And I say, okay, well I know 500,000. That's 0.5%.
Wait.
Do you want
So
we can put if we want to
500,000.
put this if we want to put this in perspective, yeah,
Wait.
that's obvious. Obviously, I'm like, okay, I'm not saying literally every single person speaks English, but when somebody says
Wait,
this group does this, they're saying the majority of the group does it.
how about this? How about this? Wouldn't this fit a little bit better? How about you if I make the claim, hey, ICE is deporting uh illegal aliens who are committing heinous crimes, and you say, no, I don't think they are. Wouldn't it be relevant that I prove to you and show you in your face that they are?
That's not what I said though.
And give you pages and
That's not what I
pages and
said.
pages of them.
You said illegal immigrants are schmurdering and like raping people, and I said, well, if you
And I
like
said,
it, and I
yes.
said
And I said, pull it up
I
so
don't
we
think
can
it's
all
and
see. And
you
you
said
said,
pull up this. Oh,
hold
sorry, I
on.
said
And I said,
and
pull up.
I don't think it's
Yes. And you
relevant to
said no.
I don't think it's relevant to look at like these individual
Wait.
examples of this happening. We should look at the
Hold
overall
on.
data of it, and then you said, well, pull it up anyways, like it was going to prove your
Well,
point.
okay. Wait. But pulling up pages and pages of these people is not pulling up data, though?
No.
How? What?
Yeah, because
What?
one, I literally,
You're like, no, I don't want to see your
literally
two
said this. I
examples.
literally said this originally. One, this isn't like relevant to what you're talking about because this includes all criminal aliens, which means that anybody in any kind of status is including these stats. When you specified illegal aliens, right? Number one, and number two, right? Like what's a good sample size? Like 1,000. This is not gonna be like meeting that.
Okay, let me ask you something.
Yeah,
If ICE is deporting heinous people who are committing heinous crimes who are illegal aliens, do they suck?
the people who did it,
Listen.
or
I'll
immigrants as
ask
a
you again.
whole,
Illegal aliens. If ICE
do
is
illegal
deporting,
aliens suck?
hold on. If ICE is deporting hundreds and hundreds of thousands of illegal aliens who are committing heinous crimes, do they suck?
Potentially.
They potentially suck still, no matter what's going on, no matter all the people who are
Yeah,
committing heinous crimes who you don't want to show on the screen, by
I
the
don't.
way.
G.
If they are doing that, it doesn't
They could
matter,
like.
they
Do you
still
think like
suck.
that's like okay? Let's pretend ICE deports 2 million rapists at the same time ICE officers are randomly executing Americans in the street. I would still say ICE sucks, right? I like they can. I'm not
Wait,
saying ICE can't do good
okay,
things.
that's cool. How about this? How about if ICE is deporting hundreds of thousands of illegal aliens who are committing heinous crimes, but every once in a while they someone gets in their way and they get unalived, like two people. ICE sucks now, right?
Hmm? No,
Oh, they don't suck.
no. I think
Okay,
the reason I said ICE, the reason
cool.
I think ICE sucks is because they're violating the Fourth and Fifth Amendment, and it seems to be at a policy level. That's why I said ICE sucks. I was just pointing. Notice how I won't point to like individual examples and try to make my entire argument out of that.
Well, actually, you did. Actually, didn't you point to an interview? What do you mean?
Yeah.
You specifically pointed to an interview that somebody said.
Okay. What do you think I mean when I say individual examples?
When you bring up what's his name? What's the guy's name again? Starts with his last name starts with the B.
Greg
Bav
Bavino.
uh Bavino?
Yeah.
You didn't bring up an example of Greg Bavino? I don't get it.
What do you think I mean when I say individual examples?
Bring it up in an interview from Greg
Okay.
Bavino.
When I say individual examples, I'm saying if okay, let's pretend that like I was making. Let's go back. If I had made the claim ICE is violating the Fourth Amendment as a policy, and then I brought up, let's say, two examples of individual ICE officers making arrests without reasonable suspicion, that point I would say those are individual examples. That's not actually proving any kind of policy. Now it'd be different if I. Now the difference is that I wasn't saying that. I was saying, okay, well, we have 5 examples, and this is not only 5 examples, it's a class action lawsuit, so it certainly applies to way more than the 5 I've cited in the case, right? We have numerous people in leadership positions who are charged with these ICE operations saying that this is what they need to actually make these arrests. This is a way better indication that this is, and we have a judge, sorry, in the actual case I cited, siding with the plaintiffs on the merits. This is a good case for saying that this is a policy, and I'm not citing just one example without some people in leadership positions who'd be more in charge of like implementing different systemic practices and policies. So unless you can
So
cite me the
wait, so you
legal,
didn't bring
unless you can cite me the leader of the illegal immigrants, going, oh guys, we should
wait,
all go
so
and
you didn't
rape and murder people. I don't care.
wait, so you didn't bring up any examples then, is what you're saying?
Do you want to try that again?
No, I'm asking you.
Do you want to
You're
try that again?
saying, yeah, aren't you saying you didn't bring up any personal examples?
No.
Okay, then say that again. What did you say? Because you said a whole lot right now,
What was the
which you
argument I
always
made?
do. That I'm not bringing up individual examples.
What did I use to say that?
I don't know. What did you say? What did you
Oh
say?
my gosh, are you gonna listen to the things
I
I
just
say?
told you what you said. I just told you what you said. Now you won't repeat it.
Because I just spent a minute making my argument, and now you just didn't listen.
Okay, fine.
Because
Let's use the Fourth Amendment. Okay, fine,
I
fine,
literally said
fine,
it's way
fine.
different.
We'll
It's
use the
way
fourth.
different when you're
Fine,
citing
fine,
people in leadership
fine.
positions who are doing, who are saying that this is what they're doing, and then you have like multiple examples on the ground of that thing
Fourth
happening
Amendment. The Fourth Amendment, right?
versus when you don't have that and you just cite the like one example on the ground of it happening. And I made that argument, and you can't repeat it back because you're not listening. Oh my
Well,
gosh.
yeah, because you just word scrambled
No, I
on fucking
didn't.
Kamala
I
Harris.
just made the argument
Yeah, you
again. It
do,
wasn't a
bro.
word scramble. That's why I
Listen,
could repeat myself.
listen. So the Fourth Amendment is your biggest contention, right?
Fourth and Fifth Amendment violations.
Okay, so amendments are your biggest contentions with this whole fucking I sucks, right?
Yes,
Okay, cool. How about I prove that you don't give a fuck about our amendments? How about that? Would that be better?
that I don't care.
Yes.
Okay, why don't I care?
No, I said you don't
Okay,
care.
well, yeah,
Yeah,
prove it.
so okay, so you voted for Biden, right?
No,
No,
I
but
can't vote.
you support him though, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so did he infringe on our life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness?
yeah. When he did the when he tried to implement the vaccine mandates, yeah.
Okay, cool. So they violated our amendments, but now you give a fuck though about our amendments, right? I'll bring up another one. Um, did Kamala Harris try to silence Donald Trump via Twitter and silence his First Amendment?
I'm pretty sure no.
She did it. Okay, let's pull it up.
But what up?
2023 CNN article. Type in uh, Kamala Donald Trump Twitter. Matter of fact, I'll pull.
Kamala.
Kamala Harris calls CEO of Twitter calls on CEO of Twitter to suspend
When was
Donald
this?
Trump. CNN, 2023.
Okay, CNN Vice President went headfirst into Flashpoint culture war issues Friday when she slammed for Republicans for state. Oh, what's this? It's not. It's not it. The articles in 2023.
Let me see. Actually, look at if you just Google Kamala Harris, Trump, Twitter, scroll down the third one, the CNN article. Easier.
We have different algorithms, but okay. It's all Twitter stuff.
What did you type in?
Okay,
Kamala Harris.
Democratic presidential candidate Senate called for Twitter to suspend its most hyper user.
There you go.
In a later tweet, Harris posted 6 tweets. Harris said that Trump has used account to target, harass, or attempt to out the whistleblower. Those allegations, but Trump. Yeah. What about this?
Okay, so she's infringing on the First Amendment.
Also published tweets suggesting that violence could be impeached. She wrote, "If the Democrats' success office, which will never be a selective quote. How is this a violation of the Fourth Amendment?" Sorry, the First Amendment.
I didn't say the Fourth Amendment. I said that I didn't say the First. The First Amendment. Yeah. Sorry. Is that not trying to take away somebody's First Amendment?
No.
No, by trying to silence them via Twitter. No.
Nope. Politicians can call. No.
Wait, I thought you were, bro. Out of everybody's scratch, I thought you were not part of the cult, bro.
Politicians.
How is this not? How is this not calling for somebody's First Amendment right to be infringed?
Individual politicians can like make public statements.
Politicians, wait. Politicians can infringe on your First Amendment.
That's not so wait. How did that infringe on Donald Trump's First Amendment?
Trying to take wait. Wasn't this the whole argument when he did this to allegedly Jimmy Kimmel? Trump did this to Kimmel. He made a tweet and
no, that was the FCC. That was the FCC director directly threatening to take away the broadcasting license.
Okay, is this not trying to threaten Donald Trump's First Amendment right? How is it?
Kamala Harris isn't threatening to like do something to Twitter if they don't remove Donald Trump.
No, actually, you're right. You're right. She pulled a little slime ball move, backdoor fucking letter to the CEO of Twitter, like a fucking little slime ball, to try to silence his fucking First Amendment. The backdoor letter to the CEO of Twitter.
What backdoor letter? Like the public statements and the tweets she made. Those aren't like she's not saying we're gonna like punish Twitter.
No, she's telling him to get him the fuck off of Twitter, bro. Silence this guy. And mind you, during this time, he's going through impeachment. So you wanted to impeach this guy while simultaneously.
Do you see the reasons that she's saying it? She's saying that.
Wait. So during his impeachment, simultaneously, you're trying to slimeball your way and backdoor this letter to the CEO.
That's not I don't know. Like, first of all, what letter and what did the letter say? The only thing the CNN the CNN article you cited me is public statements made on Twitter by Kamala Harris. She's not saying she's going to be any kind of. Can I finish? She's not saying there's going to be any kind of Can I finish? She's not saying there's going to be any kind of punishment towards Twitter if that happens, which would be distinctly different from what happened in the Jimmy Kimmel situation. Also, it seems the reasons she's saying would just be in violations of Twitter's guidelines, which is fine, right? Like literally, it's like not only like presidential candidates or people in like high positions of powers generally have lines to like Twitter or other social media companies to take certain stuff down, and the flags to ask to take certain stuff down if they believe it's in violation of Twitter's guidelines. That's how that shit works.
Wait, if it was violating guidelines, he would be taken down, correct?
Yeah.
Did he get taken down?
I'm pretty sure he got taken out.
He's still on there right now, right?
But that was after
What?
Elon Musk reinstated him.
Wait, but did he get taken down after that?
Yeah, he got taken out a year later.
When? When?
It was right after January 6th,
What year was that?
2020.
One.
So 2020, he gets taken down off of Twitter.
Yeah. But this is like completely
Oh,
different.
okay. Wait, how is this completely
I
different?
just
bro?
said in the Jimmy Kimmel case, they were specific. The FCC was like threatening ABC's broadcasting license if they didn't remove Jimmy Kimmel off air, and saying there are gonna be consequences. And this Kamala Harris just going on Twitter and making public statements about how she thinks he's promoting
how
violence, and
she
therefore
how they
it should
need
be
to
taken off
how they
Twitter.
need to suspend his account. What do you mean?
Yeah, notice how they're not like threatening Twitter to do anything.
Wait. Okay, so she attempted to infringe on his First Amendment,
That's
right?
not infringing the First Amendment. Can I go on Twitter
How
right
is
now?
that not, bro? Like,
How
this
was
is
that?
hilarious.
How was that
You
threatening?
guys-
Wait, was she in any way threatening or coercing Twitter in that scenario?
Oh, so okay, so this is you need to threaten somebody in order to infringe on their First Amendment, right?
Yes.
Where's that? Can you prove that?
Wait, do you think can I go out on Twitter right now and call for Kamala Harris to be taken off? Is that a violation of her First Amendment rights?
No, but you're trying to infringe on hers.
Am I
Right.
violating her First Amendment rights?
Yeah.
Scratch, just read the First Amendment for him.
Okay. I fucking does Google do the thing where like you type in something and it like goes to the sidebar?
Yep.
Okay, Congress shall make no law respecting and establish a religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging of freedom of speech, or the press, or the right of the people
Oh, the press.
peaceably
Wait.
to
Did you say?
assemble and to
Wait, say that
petition
again.
government for the
Wait,
redress
say
of
that again. My
grievances.
bad.
For a redress of grievances. Yeah.
Wait, say that again. Can you
For a
say that again?
redress of grievances.
No. Say the whole thing again.
Congress shall make no law respecting
Wait,
established
scratch. Just say the first word. Congress. The
Congress.
First Amendment is a check on the government, not private citizens.
Okay, so she would have to be in office in order for her to be infringing now.
Trump was president when he got banned.
No, I'm asking. I'm saying Kamala Harris.
She will have to be part of the
President.
government, yes.
Yeah.
She would have to be Congress.
Or and when it says Congress shall pass no law, it also applies to the executive, because they execute laws passed by Congress, so the executive can't also abridge the First Amendment.
Okay, so because she didn't pass no laws, she was not infringing then.
No, she as the government, she did no action against Trump's First Amendment right.
Wait.
Yeah.
Poutine, she was a senator up until 2021.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She did nothing as a senator against his First Amendment.
Okay, so just because she wasn't in office, she wasn't trying to take away his First Amendment,
He
right?
did nothing to
And it
take
wouldn't
away
even
his
be.
First Amendment
She wasn't
rights.
even acting in like a. She wasn't even acting as the government when she made that statement. Really, that was political.
Okay,
speech.
so because she wasn't in office, that's the only reason that she wasn't trying to infringe.
No,
even if
so-
even if in office you said that would probably should be like on you acting as a private citizen rather than like a government official.
You have to prove the cause, and the actual cause for him being banned was J6.
Got it. So now when you're saying in the case of the ICE agent, where has Congress passed a law to infringe on any of these amendments?
It's not just Congress passing laws; it's also the
No.
modern interpretation.
No. Wait, let's stick to Congress passing laws, right?
Mhm.
How did
Yeah,
Congress?
for example, Texas v. Johnson was
No. We're talking about ICE. We're talking about ICE right now, right? ICE sucks, right? So where has ICE told Congress to pass a law to infringe on their Fourth and Fifth Amendment? Where?
Nobody said that.
No, that's okay. You just came in, bro. I'm talking to Scratch.
Yeah.
Scratch.
I never said that.
You just said.
Yeah,
You just went
we
there.
both didn't
Wait,
say
no.
that.
Scratch. You didn't say that ICE is infringing on the Fourth and Fifth Amendment.
I did say that. Yeah,
That wasn't your claim.
I made that claim.
Okay, so what laws were passed through Congress, right? Through ICE.
There's no shot you're this dumb. Bro, what amendment
Holy
did I just read
fuck.
off of?
You said the 4th and 5th
What
Amendment.
amendment did I just read where it said Congress at the start?
Oh, you're talking about the First Amendment.
Oh, tracking error. Major.
Okay, read the 4th and 5th Amendment.
Major tracking error. Okay.
Read the 4th and 5th Amendment now.
You don't know?
The right of the
Bro, why do
people
you
this
have
is
to be-
fourth.
why
The
do you
right
have
of
to
the
bring
people to be
families up?
secure in their persons, house, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrant shall issue but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place
Bro,
to
you
be
suck
searched and the
at
persons
reading,
or
bro.
things
I
to be
can't
seized.
understand what you're saying.
You
Bro.
can go read it
Then read
yourself.
it yourself.
You keep
We're not
doing.
able
You
to
can go
do
read it
doing these
yourself.
little pauses.
You can go read it
Yeah,
yourself.
I can, but then I
You
can't.
can go
but
read
then
it
the
yourself. I
debate's
just read it
over.
to you. Fuck you.
Yeah, I can, but the debate's over then, right?
Why?
Why?
Okay, I'll go read it real quick.
Okay. Don't they teach the Bill of Rights in school?
They do.
Got it, got it.
Okay. That was enough of that.
Sup, dog?
Hey, I agree with the prompt. I was just gonna try and listen in and chime in if someone else opposed. If
Okay.
that's not what you're looking for, I'll leave.
At least you could say that you love him. Like, Jesus Christ.
All
Raj.
friendlies. I'm not letting no friendlies up. It's supposed to be one of the ones.
I mean, that is a foil, so she's
point.
part of the oppression of the white man.
Gosh, fine.
Haha.
Hi, Dad.
Hi.
Dude,
How was your
I'm
first live?
Oh,
It was alright. Scratch, what do you think about it? He was on
it was
it.
good. It was good. It was good.
Yeah, with the AI slop prompt.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
You didn't see it.
I felt it.
What was that last guy arguing?
The fuck if I know?
He was trying to prove that I was like hypocritical, and I don't care about the Constitution.
Yeah. What about the Dems?
Hi, you guys. Listen, I am so freaking scared for my life. I have no one to talk to about this. Nobody knows what the freak is even going on.
How old are you?
My brain cannot fathom the amount of information I'm taking in. You guys, I am black. I was raised by my white mother. I was raised white.
No,
You guys. On top of that, I am a woman. I'm a woman. Like, should I just kill?
That's disgusting, yeah.
Like, should I just kill myself and die?
Yes.
Oh no,
I
don't
thought
do
so.
that. No.
Not because of the black part, more
No, I think I
more like
should,
the
like,
foil
bro,
part.
I am black and I'm a woman. Like, I'm literally at the
Dude, you lost
bottom
me at
of
woman,
the
okay?
food
I'm
chain.
sorry. It's over.
No, don't listen to them. You're
Food
not.
chain's already
It's
eating
okay.
you.
Ladies, stop
Keep
fighting for
trying,
me,
you'll be okay.
ladies.
And on top of that, I'm literally young. Like, I'm on the bottom of the food chain. Like, I
Well,
feel
that's
like
better
I
than
should
being
just
old.
What?
Well, I mean, you have more. You know, it's like you're
No,
not like
Dot.
No.
things
The
could
president is a
change.
pedophile. You don't want to be young.
No.
Better than being old and kind of
Old
like at the
men,
end of the
like,
road.
No,
I
you'll
am
get
you know,
touched
you
by
don't have
Mr.
afraid to
Trump.
old
No.
men. I am like you guys just don't understand.
I don't understand. Can you repeat what you are for like the 15th time?
You're horrible. How old are you?
I'm 18.
To all get out.
I'm black and a woman. Got YouTube chat. She's joking. Holy shit. Fucking 24-hour timeout. Fuck you. Okay. Sorry. By the way, I'm a very fair moderator. Just y'all.
I should have mod powers.
Nah.
I'm actually out of my. I don't know How do I manage my moderators? Let me see.
Hello.
Howdy.
Do you agree with the prompt?
Yeah, I agree, but I have an argument against it.
Which is?
So the first premise would be trivialism is true. And the conclusion would be
What the fuck was that?
Back to Auschwitz.
Hey.
By the way, Scotch, I'm still waiting for my edit. It's been a month.
I know.
You bitch.
I know.
Scratch, you missed like the craziest debate on QB's live. We were talking about like abortion. Oh god, I hate that debate. It was with a field bro, and Noah was going to bat with him. Even Hex came up.
Sorry, give me a sec. I'm removing my mods.
What?
Not you.
Yeah,
I'm
remove
removing the
routine.
mods I don't need.
You need me, Scratch, okay? You just don't know it yet.
Yeah, you're not removed. And I'm adding Dot as a mod.
No!
Oh no! I need to remove you, Poutine.
I did not.
Oh my god, he got removed. He got a violation.
Why do you get a violation?
Funny thing, bro is too dumb to Google that. Funny thing is when you get old, if big, you'll either be homeless or living in a nursing home because you're poor and stupid. No, seriously, why is our first lady? She speaks English better than you. True. It's based. Bro, I don't know. I need to move on from debates that aren't fruitful because I had spent way too long on that one guy.
Are you able to do like a field bro argument?
A Phil bro
Holy.
or field bro?
Yeah.
What is it, Antoine?
Antoine.
Oh, Antex. Oh my gosh, wrong. I saw
Goodness.
Yeah, it's gonna be Antoine. What's up, Canadian?
I debated the Rona Beats guy. I think it was on. I'm pretty sure it was on climate change, and I absolutely blew him out.
I just don't
This
like
guy's like theory last night was fucking crazy.
I should like.
It was like
I don't like. The Rona Beats guy is the type of person to make claims and then just like walk him back. He did the entire conversation.
Yes, dude.
And
it's so
I feel like the first half of the debate was good, but then it just became super unfruitful, right? Like he was just like making random claims. It just wasn't. It wasn't entertaining, and I wasn't getting anywhere with him. So I should have just kicked him like 30 minutes before.
Yeah, true. No, he's he does this thing where he'll make a claim, and then he will like kind of substantiate it, and then he'll try to tie it to another claim, and then try to substantiate that claim that he's making to like substantiate the other claim as well.
Reality, what's
and
up?
it's so dumb.
Tight. Hello, I just wanted to say something really quick. It's really beautiful seeing young people who are educated, who are debating and showing and proving facts to people who are totally unaware. So you should be really proud of yourself. Not only you, but all young people who are doing this and advocating and being on the right side of history. And I just had to say that.
We love you. Thank you.